Hello everybody. Today I have another TKG3 07 clockboard. It's not drawing the sprites properly. So if you look, you see there's garbage in all the sprites. And it looks like a window. It looks like they go behind windows and whatnot. You know, it's like there's an invisible piece of the screen that things go behind. Sometimes the sprites are okay, and certain sprites, some are not. Like the barrels, they'll be good and then they'll be bad. Just, you know, 10 pixels away. So whenever I see this, I believe it's the 74 LS 283s, and there's 4 of them on the video board. This is the same on an upright. You know, you'll see your sprites go behind what it looks like invisible, you know, barriers and windows. It's the same problem. So it's one of these four 283s. I know it is. I just I've been probing around and haven't figured out what. You know, I can't see it on the board, but I'll show you where that is. We were just looking at it in the last video. It's the same area of the board. Let's see. Okay, there's 4 of these. There's one here at 4E, one at 3E. These are the ones that, they bring in the signals from the edge connector, what sprites to apply color to, and their positions. And I think that's what happens here. So these 2 chips have been replaced already. It looks like somebody's worked on this in the past and replaced all 4 of these chips. But these 3 are the same. They're newer chips. This one looks a little suspect. I don't know if it's just maybe bad soldering on this or whatnot. But I'm going to start with 3H, and I'll show you where that is in the schematics. Okay, so our data, these are the H0 through H7 signals. They come through here and they come into 3E and 3F, and then the H position is generated through that. Then we get these other clocks, and the H position and the clocks get put into here for positioning, I believe. This is the guy I'm looking at, and there's 3F, 3H, 3E, and 4E. And like I said, when there's windows, it's usually one of those chips is bad, either an input on those chips or an output. And I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at these outputs to make sure that they look okay, but it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, let's see here. There's my logic probe. I should just go ahead and change it, but I'm gonna diagnose it first. Let's see, pin 1 is an output. That looks good. 2, 3, pin 4. That looks good. The other 2 are, I think, pin 10, 9, 10, and think 13. They all look good. Alright, and they feed this chip at 3J. Boy, this is kind of grimy and rusty. Once I get this working, I'll go through and I'll clean these chips, and I don't like to have rusty chips on here, but you can see the heat sinks have been beaten off of it, or broken off of all of these, and you know, they get really hot. Okay, so there's been some prior work here. You see this has been replaced, but let's see. Why did I suspect this one? Because it's different. These have all been replaced, and this is an older chip. These are newer, and I don't know. It's usually one of these 283. So I'm going to replace 3H, and if that doesn't do it, I'll replace 3F. And if neither one of those do it, I'm going to go to 4E and 4E and 3E, which 3E, 4E. I said that's 3F and 3H. All right. Let me do that right now. Turn this off. I got my desoldering station is all heated up, so let's go ahead and just pull that chip. I'll show you here. Look, this whole area has been worked on and replaced. This chip. It looks a little, I don't know. These two have been done. Boy, that I don't like when you see solder bulged up on the top. If you feed too much solder repairing a board, there's a possibility to bridge legs, or even just puddle solder underneath, and cause problems with a trace that's going under the chip or anything. So I don't like to do that. But this chip here is what we're going to look at, and it's one of these two that have been replaced and not cleaned. So I'm not sure when this was replaced, but somebody suspected it. We're going to check the work there. Okay, we're back. I've replaced that chip. I've checked all the connections. It seems to be working, but here's what we have on the screen. So we still have garbage. Alright, so we still have the same thing going on, but you know, here's what's going. This is interesting. If I push on that chip, it makes no difference, but next to it, that's pushing on the 373 right next to it. And that chip, I'll show you. Let me take this out of the mount. Okay, here's that other chip. It's a 273. Look how nasty all the legs are. So I think those are probably rusted through. When I push here, it all comes back on the game board. So I'm going to replace this chip. Cruddy, rusty. Look at those legs. Yeah. Alright, we'll be right back. Well, that leg fell off when I took the chip out. So we're going to replace it, and hopefully we'll get our sprites all back. We've got our LS273 in, and it looks like our sprites are all back. pin 10 on that chip that we replaced was the A1 signal. It passes through an LS86 at 3L, and then it's the A1 signal on the EEPROMs, on the character ROMs. So yeah, that would mess things up. If it wasn't there, it would read 0, and then 2 and 3, and the 1 signal would just be smeared, or on all the time, or off all the time, or just wrong. So hey, we're looking good. I think we got this one fixed. Well, that was it. We had a rusted chip with one leg that was bad. All right, well, thanks for watching.